G'day, this is Simon at South OC Cars and Coffee. No James this morning. He's with the team at VF Engineering up at Laguna Seca. They're taking their brand new Lamborghini Super Trofeo race car out for a race up there. So miss you, mate. Hope you're having a great day. Perfect weather here in San Clemente. A little bit of a quieter turnout. I say that, there's still probably 1,000 cars has rolled in. Some really cool stuff, including a Volvo that's been turned into like a pickup. And also an amazing Land Cruiser by Gary, one of our friends who's converted this thing. Very, very cool. Don't forget, if you're coming to South OC Cars and Coffee, please remember to respect our rules. No speeding, no revving, no burnouts. And when you leave, please make sure to just keep it quiet, even when you get onto the I-5, so that we don't have complaints from the neighbours about the noise of cars racing up and down the freeway. So please make sure to do that as well. Hey, don't forget, if you want to become a volunteer, go and check out our Instagram page. That's South OC Cars and Coffee merch. That's where we handle not only all of our volunteer rosters, but also you can check out our brand new range of merchandise. I'm going to go over there in a minute and have a look at some of the stuff we got, which is really, really cool. Okay, let's go for a walk and check it out. So I was mentioning some of the new merch for the ladies. We have got a Mother's Day shirt. So very limited run in pink, and also the shirt behind it, which we call our 5th anniversary shirt. Really nice t-shirt. All sorts of new stuff. Obviously stickers are an ongoing thing. Keychains, we've got these brand new jet tags, which are great because they're actually embroidered. Obviously our normal range of hats, license plate surrounds, and I want to show you this. This is our brand new limited hoodie, really heavy. This has got the embroidered logo on it, and it's also still got the logos on it. Sarah's just picking it up to show us, and then obviously the big classic logo on the back. These things are amazing. I wore it this morning when I was coming in. It was about 49 degrees and it was so warm. So make sure to check out all of our merch. You can get it either at the show, obviously, or you can get onto southoccarsandcoffee.com and go to the merchandise page, and everything is for sale, and we ship worldwide on there. So this is one of my favourite vehicles that comes to the show. This belongs to a friend of mine called Gary. Any of you who have watched my earlier videos will know I'm a sucker for a Land Cruiser because I learned to drive in one. We had a couple of them on our family farm. This thing is anything but an original Land Cruiser, starting with the suspension and the chassis it's sitting on. I think from memory it's like a shortened 80 series Land Cruiser, so much later chassis, but then mechanically it's also running a V8 out of the Lexus and Land Cruiser as well, much later as well. It is such a beautifully done vehicle. Just the way he's integrated all of these fenders into it that still look like those original Land Cruiser fenders, but really wide. The same with the interior, and I kept that original glove compartment and dash, but integrated all those other modern switch gear into it. I absolutely love this thing. He was saying the other day he was thinking about putting on Bring a Trailer, and I said, please don't. If you get sick of it, just give it to me. I'd be happy to drive it. In fact, I jumped in the passenger seat as he was pulling in this morning and came around the parking lot in it, and I just absolutely love this thing. You know, this is actually a contender for Car of the Week. It's just so well built. Every place you look at, this thing's been so well done, and it's years old as well. Great looking 33 Dodge Brothers here. Great style lines on this thing. I love cars of that era, 33, 34, with those sort of swooping grille. You know, it's funny, people turn around and go, oh, all the cars look the same today. Well, that's been a common thing over the years of history. If you look at a Chevy, a Ford, or a Dodge Brothers in this case, with their grille designs, for example, of a particular year, they all tended to copy each other way back then. This thing's really interesting because it's actually a four-door, but have a look at the way the roof's been done on the back. So this obviously looks like it's, I don't know if it folds down or not, but it's really interesting the way it's been done. A lot of coach work on this vehicle, bringing those tail lights in there. And I'd say it's probably been done, my guess would be sometime in the, maybe in the mid-90s, maybe a little later, just by the style of it. But it's cool, it's got a really, really good presence. This, one of you guys own this? When did you do the work on it? When was it done up? 87 to 92. Yeah, I thought it was sort of that era, judging by just the style of it. It's still in great condition. It's a cool looking car. And what's it got under the hood?
It's got an
IROC Z drivetrain in it. That's cool. And does that back roof section tip down? They both come off.
That was customized.
Yeah.
Four-door sedan originally.
Yeah, that's really cool. So the whole back, this section here will come out, and this section here will come down. That's really cool. Really interesting design. Thanks for bringing it out. Almost walk straight past this beautiful, beautiful car. 1963 Porsche here. Colour is amazing, and it seems to have a whole lot of different things authenticating the car as well. Beautiful condition. This is a previous car of the week winner. It was built by Dominos as a promotional vehicle. They made a few of them. This one is a survivor, obviously, and the owner brings it out here on a regular basis. I bet this turns some heads driving down the road because nobody would know what the heck that it is, but I also bet it gets pretty darn hot in there because you can bet it probably doesn't have air conditioning in there as well. So you're sitting in this Perspex bubble, but how cool to see something a little different, huh? Broncos in a row here. Here's some of the new ones. This one looks good with that satin finish. Another one, the roof off it. Another one next to it. One of the classics. In fact, let's pull back and look at these two together. You can see such similarity in the design, but like most modern iterations of classic cars, look how much bigger that guy is than this one here. This is also a previous car of the week winner. This is a really rare Bronco because it's the, you'll notice it doesn't actually have doors on it. See that there? This thing is absolutely beautiful. Make sure to check out our Car of the Week videos on the website or on YouTube. Love this. So the old and the new lined up together. Look at this C1 Corvette. Isn't this absolutely beautiful? 1955 course, the original Corvette only came with a 6-cylinder, and then following years, this one, they actually put the V8 in there. This is actually running that mechanical fuel injection too, which is super cool. I bet that took a bit of work to get them tuned back in the day, but what an iconic car. T-bar auto in this. It's just such a great looking car on every angle. Tailpipes coming out through the bumper bar like that. This, of course, was designed to compete against the European sports cars of the day. You started having everything from Jaguars to MGs and a whole different class, I guess also Ferraris and things, but this was now an affordable sports car for Americans, which is a great piece of history. Ton of custom work on this GTR. The first thing, of course, is that wide body kit. Have a look at it. It's huge, and I'm not normally a fan of wide body kits, but this looks really, really good. Right-hand drive, of course, the way God intended for GTRs, but have a look at the stance of this thing from behind. It is so wide. Great colour too, really suits the car. And also carbon fibre hood in there looks great too. Very nice. Lambo FRS, that's right, Lambo doors, those scissor doors on an FRS. A lot of work to get those sort of doors to actually hold. They need a lot of support, and we can't really see it, but there's a block down there that's designed to hold it. It's a lot of engineering. It's not an easy thing to do. Big aero on this thing. Now, once again, someone's put a ton of work into it. Wide body kit, air ride. Everything modified in this car. Roll cage, seats, everything. That's what I love about Cars and Coffee, is we get everything here, every type of taste, you know. Somebody loves it and puts some effort into it. We love seeing it. That's great. So this is what I talked about earlier in the intro. This is the Volvo, started its life as a station wagon, has now become, well, as we would say in Australia, a ute. In other words, a pickup. The reason it's a ute, it's unibody. There's no separate tray from the body itself. So the tray part out of it is from a Subaru. I was just talking to the owner. This is really cool. The guy who started the build many years ago actually passed away, and he bought it from the family. And is continuing on this legacy. But have a look at that one-off build. I reckon this might just be our car of the week. So it's unusual enough, and it's got a good enough story, and I kind of think it's cool. So great looking thing. This pulled in after I'd walked past this row, and I just saw it. Unfortunately, it looks like it's leaking coolant, but what a great classic Willys Jeep. This thing is really nice paintwork on it, and look at that interior in there. Someone's done a ton of work putting that in there. Looks great, massive wheels on it, nice paint job. Really interesting, something, once again, you don't see very often. Great looking vehicle. That's it for another week at South OC Cars and Coffee. What a great turnout, great weather. Perfect day today, huh? Big thank you to all of our sponsors, Maguire's, Polestar, Share, Next Level Detailing, Teen Road to Safety, Pacific Air Cooled, Bridgestone, Firestone, Mazda, MDRN Retrofits, and RPM Mods. Thank you guys. Couldn't do the show without you, so we really appreciate it. Also, big thanks to everybody that helped donate to the new signs. We had to buy, of course, new A-frame signs for the outlets, and we asked for donations on our Facebook page, and everyone was so generous, so thank you so much for that. Big thank you, of course, to all of our volunteers. We really appreciate all of your efforts. If you'd like to become a volunteer, as I said earlier, please either contact us through Facebook, through Instagram on our South OC Cars and Coffee merch page, or just send us a message via our website contact. You'll get to come in early, and you'll also be able to get a free donut and free coffee thanks to the people at Ruby's who do a great job looking after everyone here. So thank you to Ruby's as well. And of course, thank you to the outlets of San Clemente for allowing us to be here. We couldn't do this show without them. So please support all the businesses here. Make sure to go in there and say South OC Cars and Coffee sent you. Big thank you, of course, to the City of San Clemente for their support as well. So that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like and everything else below. Have a great week. We'll see you back here next week for another South OC Cars and Coffee.